want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for hip-hop and for allowing me to write and record this mixtape to whom it may concern. But before I say anything else, first things first, I need to plead guilty.
I plead guilty. I still got sin in me. Yes, I was in ministry, living sinfully. I plead guilty. Scared that you'll come visit me and that you'll visibly see all the sin that lives in me. I plead guilty. I'm a man that isn't free. I'd be lying if I told you this isn't me. I plead guilty. Far from me your spirit be, so I gotta come before you confess my sin lyrically.
Father in heaven, here I am on this mic before you, a sinful man. Worst of the worst, haunted by the dicks and curse, riding around dead in my sin, but can't nobody see my hurts. They call me hypocrite when I don't keep it real, but when I confess my sin, that's when you know I'm real. So I'ma pray until something happens. Push, you know me inside and I don't need to beat around the bush. I think my master Satan, I'm not exaggerating. Since 12 years old I've been enslaved to masturbation. My memory's filled with pornographic images. You provide strength, I don't know where your spinach is. Then I found out your spinach is in you. Need to be a strong man of God, not just pretend to. You didn't send me one errand, nah, you sent two. Callers are rooted to help me out, that's what friends do. I was cool with them, but I would defriend you. In my room I got some darkness I need to tend to. Every time I preach to folks it would offend you, cause when it came to real life I wouldn't represent you.
I plead guilty. I still got sin in me. Yes, I was in ministry, living sinfully. I plead guilty. Scared that you'll come visit me and that you'll visibly see all the sin that lives in me. I plead guilty. I'm a man that isn't free. I'd be lying if I told you this isn't me. I plead guilty. Far from me your spirit be, so I gotta come before you confess my sin lyrically.
Don't need to physically fight, the battle's in the mind. And can't nobody read my thoughts till my sin they're blind. Who cares about parties and drinking on the weekend? Fornicating with multiple women, that's what I'm thinking. Cause my mind is sick, flooded with them fantasies. It's worse than profanity, it's wickedness, insanity. And God, I know it's sad to see the sinful man in me drastically go against all your perfect plans for me. And this tragedy is what the church had to see. Through the grimy mud and the gutter my sin was dragging me. It wouldn't be a surprise if you was mad at me, cause from the jump you told me this ain't the way it has to be. Eyes wide open at the screen like an owl. I know when I'm doing that I've thrown in the towel. Even before fornication I was in love with sex. Women come around my eyes, can't stay above the neck. So many blessed opportunities but I ruined them. Instead of swallowing the truth I spit it out like chewing gum. Turn my back on so many of your second chances. You offered healing but I hid from your ambulances.
I plead guilty. I still got sin in me. Yes, I was in ministry, living sinfully. I plead guilty. Scared that you'll come visit me and that you'll visibly see all the sin that lives in me. I plead guilty. I'm a man that isn't free. I'd be lying if I told you this isn't me. I plead guilty. Far from me your spirit be, so I gotta come before you confess my sin lyrically.
Forget wearing a mask, I'm in a costume. I'm a hypocrite, burn my mouth with a hot spoon. Me and you are over right now, if not soon. You're in control year round, but Satan got June. As guilty as I am, I'm really in need of grace. I need a perfect lawyer to step forward and plead my case. And you gave me one that was with me through this whole journey. But being selfish, I crucified my attorney. I'm standing here in your presence, knowing I'm a goner. I'm sorry, Your Honor, my actions didn't bring you honor. All I have left are these sinful confessions, not knowing if I am ever gonna learn my lesson. They don't have to say I'm guilty, I've already said it. I'm supposed to be separated from you when I exit, but I'm stupid thinking I can make the truth and lies yoke. I need my hands chopped off and my eyes poked. I'm not in this booth trying to make a classic. I'm on this track, yelling, now plead guilty, let's blast it. You say you'll give me anything if I ask it, so I ask, Lord, help me put all these sins in the casket.
Yeah, I plead guilty. I still got sin in me. Yes, I was in ministry, living sinfully. I plead guilty. Scared that you'll come visit me and that you'll visibly see all the sin that lives in me. I plead guilty. I'm a man that isn't free. I'd be lying if I told you this isn't me. I plead guilty. Far from me your spirit be, so I gotta come before you confess my sin lyrically.